The year is 1941. World War II is raging across Europe, with tanks and soldiers fighting on every front. But what if a modern tank suddenly appeared on the battlefield?
This is a modern main battle tank. Its armor is stronger, its gun fires farther, and its technology is decades ahead of anything from 1941. To the soldiers of World War II,
a modern tank next to a World War II tank looks completely different. The Panzer IV stands about 2.5 meters tall and just under 6 meters long. The Abrams rises.
Modern tank armor is incredibly strong. It's made to survive missiles, rockets, and heavy shells. For soldiers in 1941, this level of protection would seem almost unbelievable.
A modern tank can fire much farther and with greater accuracy than any World War II tank. Its range gives it a huge battlefield advantage.
Modern tanks use computers and thermal cameras to lock onto targets even in total darkness, giving them a massive advantage over World War II crews.
A modern tank's shells travel incredibly fast and can destroy older tanks with a single hit, long before they even get close.
Modern tanks have powerful engines that let them move much faster than World War II tanks, giving them greater mobility on the battlefield. That's the premise. Aim to make a highly visual, engaging, wonderfully interesting, and even unexpected
The suspension on modern tanks is far more advanced, allowing them to move smoothly over rough terrain where older tanks would struggle.
Modern tank turrets can rotate much faster than those in World War II, allowing them to react quickly to new threats.
Modern tanks communicate instantly with other units, sharing positions and threats, something World War II crews could only dream of.
Inside a modern tank, everything is organized and computerized, from the fire control system to the armor layout, making the crew far more effective than in World War II.
with thermal vision, modern tanks can spot enemy vehicles even through darkness, smoke, or camouflage, something impossible in World War II.
Modern tanks have stabilizers that keep the gun steady even while moving, letting them fire accurately on the move, unlike World War II tanks.
The armor on today's tanks is built from multiple layers, including reactive plates that explode outward to weaken incoming shells, something World War II tanks never had.
A built-in computer calculates distance, wind, and movement automatically, allowing the crew to aim with far greater accuracy than World War II tank crews could achieve by hand.
The shells used today are far more advanced, built to pierce heavy armor at incredible speed, while World War II rounds were much simpler and far less effective.
Automatic loading systems allow shots to be fired much faster, while World War II crews had to reload every shell by hand, slowing them down in battle.
Advanced sensors can spot incoming missiles, tanks, or even drones long before they get close, giving the crew precious time to react.
Night operations are far easier today as modern tanks can see clearly in darkness, while World War II crews often had to fight blindly.
Firing accurately while moving was nearly impossible in World War II, but modern stabilization systems make it a normal part of combat.
Thermal vision lets crews see targets in complete darkness, a technology that didn't exist in World War II tanks.
Turrets on modern tanks rotate fast and smoothly, letting crews track targets quickly. WWII turrets were slow and manual, making it harder to respond to threats.
Suspensions keep modern tanks stable on rough terrain. World War II tanks shook and bounced, making aiming difficult and tiring the crew.
Modern tanks communicate instantly with digital radios and tactical maps. World War II tanks had slow, unreliable radios with static, making coordination much harder.
Modern tanks use thermal cameras, laser rangefinders, and computers to quickly lock on targets. WW-type crews had to rely on eyesight and manual calculations.
Automatic loading lets modern tanks fire rapidly, while World War II crews had to load shells by hand, slowing down their rate of fire.
Layered and reactive armor protects modern tanks from powerful weapons, far beyond the thin armor of World War II tanks.
Thermal vision lets crews see enemies at night or through smoke, something that was nearly impossible for World War II tanks.
Modern tanks can detect incoming missiles and enemy fire instantly, giving crews time to react. The crews often had no warning at all.
Automatic fire control systems calculate range, wind, and movement, allowing precise shots. In World War II, crews had to estimate everything manually.
Information flows instantly between crew members in modern tanks, improving coordination and response times compared to World War II crews.
Modern tanks can traverse rivers, climb hills, and maneuver quickly, while World War II tanks moved slowly and struggled with difficult terrain.
Absorb reactive armor can absorb or deflect incoming explosives, keeping crews safe, whereas WWII tanks were highly vulnerable to even small hits.
Modern tanks can travel much farther on a single load of fuel, giving armies more mobility. WWII tanks often had limited range and needed frequent resupply.
The drones give modern tanks real-time information from above, helping them spot threats early. World War II crews had nothing like this and relied only on eyesight.
Watch what happens on this steep grade. The modern main battle tank climbs right up, its tracks pouring out loads of torque, about 1,500 horsepower's worth. The World War II
Modern tanks can survive multiple hits thanks to stronger armor and better design. World War II tanks were easily damaged and often knocked out quickly.
Digital maps and sensors give modern crews a full picture of the battlefield. WWII tanks had very limited visibility and often missed approaching threats.
Modern tanks use modular parts that can be replaced quickly, keeping them in action longer. World War II tanks needed slow, heavy repairs that often took them out of the fight. Modern tanks use modular parts that can be replaced quickly, keeping them in action longer. WWII tanks needed slow, heavy repairs that often took them out of the fight.
Ammunition in modern tanks is stored in protected compartments to prevent explosions. World War II tanks lacked this protection and were extremely vulnerable.
Modern tanks manage their heat signatures to stay hidden from sensors. WWII tanks produced lots of heat and were easy to spot. Modern tanks offer better comfort and climate control, letting crews stay focused longer. WWII interiors were cramped, hot, and exhausting to operate in.
Automatic loading lets modern tanks fire rapidly, while World War II crews had to load shells by hand, slowing down their rate of fire.
Computer stabilization keeps the gun steady even on rough terrain, while WWII tanks lost accuracy the moment they hit a bump.
Modern logistics deliver fuel and ammo much faster with drones and GPS. WWII tanks depended on slow trucks and manual loading.
And here's the final result. Modern tanks surpass World War II tanks in speed, armor, accuracy, and technology. Evolution that can't be stopped.